Two teams on opposite ends of the Sunshine State. The Jags and Dolphins are underway.
Taken in at the 3. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17. They show run with 3 tight ends here on first down. They'll run. It's Carter. Yeah, he'll work free from 1 tackle, but that's about all as he's taken down. 5 yards on the game's first play, second down.
I heard all the stories. I watched some of the tape of the old school guys, the throwback guys who were the punishing runners and knocked people aside to pick up yardage. I'm so glad I was sitting here today and got to see it with my own eyes.
And they'll run here with Carter.
It'll be a pickup of a couple, and it leaves them with a 3rd and 3.
And not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column. It's amazing how much advice defensive players get on 3rd down. You hear the bench screaming out, watch the draw, watch the screen, watch the pass here. Very rarely do they reference watching the fullback, and he slipped through and picked up a 1st down.
Carter with it.
And he'll take this up near the 35, maybe the 34. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
And there's the pickup you want on first down. All offenses say, you get me 4 on first down, we'll take it. How about if you get 5? They'll really be happy.
And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. They'll say no gain on the play there, and now it'll be 3rd down. Here's Tagovailoa to throw.
That's complete to his running back, Carter.
So he fought off the tackle, and that effort gives him the first before he's brought down.
Well, let's be honest about the whole thing. When you're looking for a reliable set of hands on 3rd down, the first thought is often not fullback. But that's who they turn to there, and he does a nice job of securing the football and picking up the 1st down.
A couple of first downs has the football positioned at the 43 as they come up 1st and 10.
And this one incomplete. Threw it down at the feet of his receiver.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
Now Carter.
They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up. Pretty good little 2-play sequence there. You force the incompletion, then a very short pickup.
Yeah, now maybe you bring in an extra defensive back or 2 because you want to try and defend on 3rd down. They like to play those nickel or sub packages, don't they?
8th play of the drive forthcoming, and they need 8 yards on 3rd down.
He'll get that one to Carter complete.
And he'll take this to the 47, but no further, as they get him down well short of the line to gain. Only able to gain a couple there, and it'll be 4th down.
Partner, I think that completion takes the definition of dink and dunk to a different level, doesn't it?
It does, and the defense was right there, kind of played into their hands. And look at this. They're keeping the punter on the sideline. They're going to go for it here on the opening drive. And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. A surprising move here on the opening drive of the game. And the Jags take over in terrific field position. A throw left side to start out. That's complete. And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5. Not a big window to throw. Coverage wasn't too bad there.
Yeah, they had him under wraps pretty well, but somehow able to muscle his way open and catch the ball.
It'll be a pickup of a couple, and it leaves them with a 3rd and 3.
And this is why aggressive defense coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
Lawrence on third down. And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Well, let's see who this is on. So pass interference to call. That's going to set him up with a first down.
And if it's a bang-bang play, maybe the flag stays in the official's pocket, but instead, he definitely impeded the receiver's right to catch the football. The officials letting the players know how the game's going to be called here in the first quarter.
On 1st and 10, it's Lawrence.
Nowhere to turn this time, and he goes down. Sacked back at the 29. He couldn't get rid of it. He takes a sack for a loss of 6 to bring up second down. Another try after the first down sack.
Lawrence
being chased out left. And this turns into a nice gain with a slide at the end. The Jags with the football to begin the second quarter. We're scoreless after one.
Now Lawrence.
And that is incomplete.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap, and he locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
Now a field goal try coming up here for the Jags. From the left hash, this from 34. And his kick is good. And the Jaguars grab a 3-0 lead. So a good kick there, and they put the bow tie on it with 3 points.
And let's face it, everybody wants a touchdown. We know that. But in the NFL, defenses are awfully good. You're not going to score each and every time. Be able to knock the ball through the post and take the throw.
By the way, I said bow tie. I meant just bow.
Either way.
Not the tie, but yeah.
Either way.
You got it.
I just went right past it.
And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled at the 15.
So Miami coming out for their second drive. And on that last drive, went for it on 4th, turned it over. But good job by their defense, though. They held them to 3, but this offense, they've got to be a little bit better, a little bit more careful here.
And sometimes when you see these calls on 4th down, when they decide to go for it, it's not necessarily the coach saying, I believe in my offense. Sometimes the coach saying, I believe in my defense. I can afford to go for it here, because if we don't get it, I don't think we'll give up more than 3, and that's exactly what happened there.
Breaks the tackle, now an alley. Gets by him, and now a little daylight. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down.
CD, we have seen some great runs the last few times we've been together, but I think we could at least put this one in our top 5. That was a determined gallop there.
And that, in a nutshell, shows you what this guy's made of. I mean, most guys in the NFL just can't do that. He absorbed the contact, refocused himself, and made a break for the end zone.
And the next-gen stats shows us the tale of how much yardage he was able to pick up after the initial contact.
Tua now on 1st down. He finds his man, complete. That's Carter. And he's brought down, but not before a really nice stiff arm to create a little space.
And as a quarterback, you're always pleased when you can use all the weapons at your disposal. Here he spots his fullback underneath, gets the completion right there for a nice pickup.
Good position to be in here, 2nd and inches.
Tua to throw again. He finds his man, complete. It's Carter. And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39.
Well, this has certainly been a nice drive with the way they've spread the football around. Here, they even get the fullback involved in the passing game. That's got to cause a lot of consternation on the defensive side. You've got to cover him, too. That makes things really difficult.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Now Tua. He finds his man, complete. It's Carter. And he is out of bounds inside the 30.
It's pretty easy to overlook the fullback when you're making your assignments defensively in the pass coverage game. But in this case, they made him pay for that oversight and picks up a nice gain.
Setting to throw on 1st down is Tua. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Jackson came in there hard on the blitz and got him down 9 yards behind the line of scrimmage. So 2nd and long, and got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range. Another try after the 1st down sack. Tua, he finds his man, complete. It's Carter. Evades the tackler, and now some space. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line.
Hold on a second. Was that the fullback? That was the fullback. Who sets into slot receivers? But only guys can catch the football and get big yardage after the catch. Really nice job there, showing good hands and an ability to get upfield.
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. Here's Carter. And they get to him quickly here as he stopped right around the 13. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Now that's the defense that they were looking for, being able to get extra bodies to the point of attack to deal with the big guy carrying the ball. You really don't want to be in a position where it's a one-on-one tackle with him.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Tua. Touchdown, Dolphins. Cethan Carter from 13 yards out. And the Dolphins have taken the lead. And he wasn't blocking or running it there. They tossed it to him.
You remember the good old days when the 49ers were riding roughshod in the league? They used their fullback in pass plays all the time. Roger Craig, Tom Rathman, those guys were terrific at running these types of plays.
Sanders now for the extra point. And this is up and good to make it 7-3. A good drive that time as they go 9 plays in all. And it winds up in 6 points for the Dolphins. Touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. From the end zone comes Chris Claybrooks to return. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21. So time to see Jacksonville again on offense for the 2nd time here in this game. And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you've met fan bases that wanted that, that weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick, other than the extra point. That's it. But it appears that they read man defense and went to the out route, and what you have to do on that one is the receiver's got to make sure he works the defender towards the middle of the field to give himself space to cut to the outside and have that ball delivered with good timing, and they got it done.
A reminder, coming up at halftime, Jonathan Coachman will join us from Orlando with our halftime report. But business to take care of before we... The Dolphins get
Defense are moving quickly in the hurry-up. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Jones. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. So they will accept the penalty and move forward. So now a fresh set of downs, 1st and 10 after roughing the passer. Here's Lawrence to throw. And his throw here is incomplete.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
2nd and 10. Here's Lawrence again. This is Chenault on the receiving end.
And he's out of bounds as he gets this down to the 45. That'll leave him with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. Lawrence will throw. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And fortunately, he's able to reel it back in, but it's going to go down as a big loss here on the play. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next.
The Cook now on to punt as he gets this one away.
Out of bounds as he appeared to be looking for the corner. He got it. They're going to mark this at the 4-yard line.
That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
From that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb. Now he'll let it go deep right side. And this is caught right along the sideline. What a job of keeping the toes in bounds there. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. Cethan Carter, 96 yards. And the Dolphins strike quickly here for 6 points. As he was shuffling right out of the pocket, you can just tell he's going to take a shot downfield. He had his eyes down there the whole way.
He certainly did. He wasn't taking off to go, right? When he was flush from the pocket, a lot of times you see him, eyes will drop, ball will get tucked, and he takes off, becomes a running back. But as you noted, stayed alive as a passer, tremendous body control, and a pretty good arm there, too.
Sanders on for the extra point. And this one's right through to make it a 14-3 ball game. Those are the ones the offensive coordinators dream about. One-play drives from that distance. What an effort. It results in the touchdown. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders.
Claybrooks going to bring this one out. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive.
And with a little under a minute remaining, they may try to put something together here just to try to cut into that deficit.
Looking for Jones, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Xavier Howard. Defensively that time, they were in zone coverage. As a rookie QB, what lesson can you learn there?
Well, understand this. You saw zone in college, and the defensive backs reacted, but they don't react like they do on this level. So when they're in zone and they see the ball coming to them, they'll react at least a half a second faster. You've got to know where you want to go with the ball and be decisive with it. Otherwise, the end result can be something you don't like.
The Dolphins taking over now late in this first half.
And last time the formula was pretty simple. One play drive, long pass. That maybe they just want to do that again, right?
And that's exactly how you want to draw things up. Whether it's on your grease board, right, in your playbook, one play drive is exactly what you want on offense. What they have to be careful of is not having a letdown. It was fairly easy last time. They can't expect that going forward.
Yeah, we'll see if it's that easy here.
And remember, this drive started off following the turnover, and they've taken no time working their way down the short field. A nice connection there, and now they're looking at a 1st and goal.
Tagovailoa working out of the gun toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down.
Touchdown! Cethan Carter as the first half is winding down, and the Dolphins will extend their lead here just before halftime.
That score that they just gave up there, that's a tough one for their defense to swallow because they've had a tough time through the first 2 quarters. They really were determined to get a stop there, unable to do so. That makes their comeback hopes that much more difficult.
And now they'll empty the backfield here as they elect to go for 2.
The 2 are going to try and throw for it.
And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about.
So pass interference, the call is so tough as a defender, I'd imagine, to time that up perfectly.
It certainly is difficult to get it exactly right because sometimes you're looking at getting there fractions of seconds too early. That one looked a little more obvious. Always a tough penalty to officiate. Just ask the basketball refs when they have to officiate block and charge.
And now they'll empty the backfield here as they elect to go for 2. They'll look to throw. And he's got it. So the try for 2 successful. And that bumps their lead up even further. And the formula there on the 2-point try to go 5 wide. Not even the option to hand the ball off. They got it.
They tried to create space, and there isn't a whole lot of it there. For the defense, what you're trying to do is make sure that if they're going to catch the ball, make them catch it behind you because they run out of space with the back line. But in this case, the offense figured it out.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. Here's Chris Claybrooks to return.
Now a hit and a loose football. And this is picked up by the Dolphins. And his guys are going to take over at the 21-yard line.
So problems compounding themselves here on the return. They just give up the touchdown, and now they lose the football.
Yeah, partner, things are starting to unravel a little bit for them right in front of our eyes. They're going to be looking for some answers, and quickly.
Two and now on first down. And that will be incomplete. 4 ticks left here on the clock.
On any passes in the middle of the field, anyone who's going after the football is going to be conscious that it's probably going to be contested and often physically. Sometimes that leads to drops.
Tua, a final shot before half. And with the clock reading zeros, he is into the end zone. What an exclamation mark to the end of this second quarter.
Indeed, indeed. But my education continues in this game, I've got to tell you, because there's not an analyst in the world that would have said pass up the field goal here, go for it, and expect for it to be successful, and it was. I mean, they're playing this one just like a video game.
Especially for the final play of the first half to have the guts to do that. But I guess what do we say? The end will justify the means, right?
No doubt about it. For you and me, we live, we learn.
Sanders now to add the extra point.
And that will bump the lead up to 26. So the two teams will head to the locker rooms here in Miami with the Dolphins on top. As we send you up to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report.
Okay, right, Brandon. Thanks very much. And welcome in, everyone, to this slimmed-down version of the EA Sports Halftime Report. First up, though, a look at the next-gen stats for Jacksonville in that first half. And they will need to get this passing game in gear because they did not do much of anything in that first half. And it's why the scoreline is what it is. Meanwhile, for the Dolphins, they were much more successful throwing the football than their counterparts, as you can see the numbers there. Final adjustments being made for the second half. Whether they'll amount to much in a game that's already pretty well decided, well, that's another question. Nevertheless, let's get you back out to Brandon and Charles.
Okay, Coach, thanks. Yeah, that's something to consider. Are we in for more one-way traffic here in the second half? It has not been a competitive game to this point.
The Jaguars with work to do. They trail here as we are back underway on EA Sports. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback.
Trevor Lawrence and the Jacksonville offense ready to go back to work.
And he's had some time to chew on that interception he threw on his last drive back in the first half.
Well, normally we say, want to get him right back out on the field and play again, right? But as you mentioned, had the halftime, had to stew about it a little bit. Maybe he'll have a chance to relax a little and kind of laugh and chuckle and let it go.
He'll hope to respond positively here to start the third quarter.
And they'll throw on first down with Lawrence.
It's complete to Laquan Treadwell. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10.
Here's Lawrence. And that throw behind his man. He missed him. Incomplete.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10.
Again, it's Lawrence.
Trying to get it to Robinson, and it's intercepted. Picked off Byron Jones. And they take over. They'll set up shop at the 46-yard line. The first half did not go their way, and that's not going to help matters at all. An interception here on the opening drive of the third quarter.
Obviously not what they were striving to accomplish. But you know who's really upset on their team? The defense. Already trailing. They're going to be counted on to try and hold that score at least where it is.
So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material.
They take a shot downfield there, but it winds up falling incomplete.
That was nice work there defensively to force incompletion. Now, even though this drive started in plus territory, they're still not in field goal range yet. So they can work towards another couple of stops and not allowing that turnover to hurt.
Now, meanwhile, here's a second down throw that's knocked away and incomplete.
They have to like what they've done defensively here at the outset of this drive. They forced a couple of incomplete passes, bring up a 3rd and 10. Don't be surprised to bring a little pressure on this snap.
Yeah, this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to.
They certainly had good starting field position on that drive, but couldn't do anything with it after 3 plays. Have to admit that that's a disappointing end to excellent field position. When that drive started, they had 6 points that they were thinking about.
And a dangerous throw there as that's knocked down and incomplete.
The Dolphins can't convert on 4th down. And the Jaguars are going to take possession here on the turnover on downs. Trying to shake off the interception, he'll look to throw. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45.
Now Lawrence on 1st down.
And the Dolphins rush, gets home, down he goes. Emmanuel Ogbah able to disrupt yet another pass play. That is his 3rd sack of the afternoon. A rookie QB struggling, gets thrown down to the ground there. But, you know, maybe this game, it's not over yet, but maybe this game can be a learning experience for him.
So many different things that he has to pick up on. When to go ahead and flush from the pocket and run. When to get rid of the football, not take the sack. when to just go ahead and go down early and make sure you don't fumble the football. So many things that he has to learn. This game starts the process.
Lawrence's throw into the hands of the receiver, Chenault.
It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a third down. Dolphins bring on an extra defensive back on third down.
Looking to throw, Lawrence.
And the throw there going to be incomplete. Eric Rowe that time able to knock that pass away.
And that's a nice job there because you've got to play the ball, not the man when in coverage. That'll keep you away from a lot of needless penalties. And he's able to knock that one away.
Here's Logan Cook now as he'll punt it away for the second time. And no return here. Where will they spot it? They say just outside the 20-yard line. Out comes the Miami offensive unit now. They get set to take over. And last time they were very fortunate, this offense. They went for it on fourth, turned it over in their own territory, but the other guys held up. They didn't give up any points.
So how about the guy with the #1 headset on the sidelines, the head coach? That was planned going into it, not necessarily to not get the first down or to have the defense have to hold up.
But he trusted his defense.
Trusted his defense very much, and I think that's how he's going to play this game. Go for it, be aggressive, because I've got the Wild Bunch backing me up over here on my own sideline.
Well, we'll see what his offense can do. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. On play action, here's Tua. They'll roll him out right. They find some open field here. Still moving. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. Cethan Carter, 59 yards. And the Dolphins are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead.
And boy, CD, it's one thing to watch a great run, but when it's a great run with broken contact, it's like a cherry on top. That was a nice play.
Yeah, this is a guy who runs with such balance and control. I mean, he went through that early contact just like he was driving over a speed bump. And he's able to continue his way downfield and wind up in the end zone.
And you can see the distance traveled there after the initial contact on the next-gen stats.
Sanders on for the extra point. And the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter. Pretty clean and simple there. Just 2 plays. The long pass resulting in the touchdown on play number 2. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders.
And not willing to risk another fumble. He'll sit on this one. It's a touchback. Jacksonville set to go again offensively.
They've got to dig down deep. I mean, they need something right now. Really anything to cling on to. This offense has struggled.
Partner, join me in a walk to their locker room at the half, okay? Because I think what we would have seen is an offensive coordinator and his assistant coaches getting together with all their positions, then coming together as a group, going over adjustments, and then the head coach coming in and just screaming, wake up. Yeah. Let's get moving, guys.
I'm kind of glad we weren't in there at halftime, actually.
I mean, you think you might have turned it on us, too?
Yeah, but right now, whatever was said hasn't been working.
On third down, Lawrence. This one complete to the tight end, O'Shaughnessy. And he is going to have a Jags first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
On first down, Robinson. And he's going to be taken down with a marker on the field. So let's see about the call. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
Buying time to his left. He'll get just a yard on the scramble. It's second down.
How about a tip of the cap to the defense? They're working against a very mobile quarterback, but all day long they've kept him under wraps. And on that play, they held him to a short gain.
And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. Throwing on second and long. Lawrence, he's got his tight end O'Shaughnessy. It'll be a pickup of 15 as that'll lead to third down.
Partner, it's a lot of fun watching the NFL now, isn't it? Because when the big fella runs routes, it used to be when we were kids, he'd run about 3 different routes, and that was it. Now he can run anything and catch the balls we just saw there.
And he's going to have a first down as he's brought down at the 44-yard line.
Well, they've certainly done a nice job spreading the ball around on this drive. This time he gets it out to his back, and it's another nice play and another first down. They've got the defense on their heels a little bit. They're reacting instead of being aggressive and making plays. Well, this game is certainly pretty well over. They go ahead and mark it in the win column, but as a defense, they don't want to get so soft now that everybody just throws the ball all over the place against them, gets big yardage, and puts points on the board. They have pride, too, on that side of the ball.
And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. That one unable to develop, never got going. A loss of a couple, and it's second down.
Lawrence going to give this to Robinson. Draw play.
And he'll go down right on the edge of the red zone following a pickup of about 7 or 8. Already a pair of third down conversions for them on this drive, but right now they need 5 yards on this third down try. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete.
Not only did he have a chance to scan the field there, it felt like he had a chance to scan it twice. The protection was that good. Unfortunately for him, the coverage downfield, equally good.
And his kick here is good. And that will narrow this, if that's even the right word, to a 30-point deficit. Well, in the grand scheme of things, those 3 points likely not going to matter much, but I guess they get a little closer, a little more respectability.
Yeah, you're exactly right. They've been outplayed all game long, but like my mom used to tell me all the time before I went out, dress up a little bit, son. Make yourself respectable. And that's what they're doing here. They're just dressing up the final score.
Set down to kick this one away, and off it goes.
Waddle will return this from the end zone. And he returns this to the 22.
Let's go.
Miami's offense set and ready to go.
And Charles, in a very one-sided affair, I think we reached the point in the broadcast where you and I, we may have some filling to do, right?
Yeah, I think you're right about that because we got to try and keep people around. We don't want them to change the channel. Stay with us in this game. Is that Ben Ramsar? Are you hearing from Ben on the headset here telling us stretch this thing out a little bit?
Get some talking points. Dig them all out.
That's what you get. A big-time producer. Keep them here. Good, sure hands there from a guy not accustomed to catching a whole lot of passes. But how about the way he was able to pull that one in and pick up good yardage?
They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete.
Receiver coaches preach to their guys all the time. Separation, that's what's going to make the play successful. That time there was very little, and I think they were actually fortunate that it was only knocked away and not intercepted.
Now the throw on third down, knocked away and incomplete.
Has to be a little bit of frustration there. Back-to-back incompletions. Receivers blanketed on both attempts, this time on third down.
And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on fourth. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44.
Partner, I have to tell you, just one word keeps coming to mind from watching them this afternoon, and that's impressive. They have been impressive from the opening kickoff, and they haven't let up here even into the fourth quarter.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. The incompletion there stops the clock. Any surprise they're throwing here late?
Ordinarily, yes, because you would think enough is enough. They've got plenty of lead, but I've seen this a bunch of times as well. The defense is going to crowd the line of scrimmage. If you just hand it off inside, you're getting your running back popped a lot as well. Sometimes the defense dictates it. If they're going to crowd it, you may have no other choice but to throw it downfield.
So the Dolphins have it as we welcome you back in. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10.
And that nearly their first pick of the game, but it falls down to the ground incomplete.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Over the middle, complete. That's Carter. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain.
9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be third and less than a yard. From the gun, it's Tua. And it's caught. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3.
And this is something you don't see too much of. Fullbacks trying to stretch the field. But he does a nice job there getting lost out in space and comes up with a really nice gain.
They probably don't need to run a play here, but you wonder if they're going to be able to resist on 1st and goal. And they'll let the fullback try and take him home. And he'll get him a bit closer as he's down to the 2-yard line. Only a yard on the pickup there. 2nd and goal. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. And again, they'll go right back to their fullback. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals.
Is it okay if I break one of our rules, partner, which is to never call a game over until it's over? Because it certainly feels like it's over after that drive.
And that was spirit-crushing, wasn't it? And now you just kind of felt the air go out the balloon.
Yeah, they were fighting so hard to stay in there, and they knew they had to stop them on that drive. But when they were unable to, I think you're exactly right. You can see them sag on their sideline, and I think this one might just be over.
Sanders now to add the extra point. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. A pretty long drive that time, 11 plays all told. And it's culminated by a 2-yard touchdown run. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. Clay Brooks to return it. And able to get this out to the 25. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. Let's just be frank. They're playing for pride at this point.
That's all that's left, because victory, not a chance now. And I can't wait to see how they actually go about doing it, because there are a lot of people watching the body language of the guys on the field now, and if they call plays they want executed, they need to do that and do it really well. Otherwise, there could be repercussions.
We'll see how they handle the waning moments. He's got a man, complete. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. A final shot now for Lawrence. Goes underneath O'Shaughnessy. And he gets this down inside the 35 before going out of bounds. A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory. And the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week. We'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their job that much easier when they're scoring that many points. Allows them to play with a totally different style and a different flow.